All right guys, welcome back to another video. Today we got our mobile unit rig here and we're gonna dial this thing in. So we gave it a quick interior cleanup. Now we're gonna give it a wash and then we're gonna be installing our setup. So we take it out during the winters here in Northern Ontario, but we're gonna be putting it back in. So that includes our water tank. We're gonna secure in our pump and we're gonna put everything in and kind of walk through our workflow and how we've utilized the space we have in this truck to carry everything we need to offer our services to you. So yeah, let's go. So we just finished washing the truck. Now we pulled her in the garage and we dried it off, and we're just gonna open her up. And just trash this. So I'm just gonna try and vacuum this stuff up. So make sure you give it a good little shake. And we're just gonna work it in. Stuff smells amazing. Wow. Spider. And all right. Oh. And then we're just gonna get a little goes a long way. And it's just gonna help protect the bed liner pretty much. Just give it a better appearance, look nice and clean for us. And now we're ready to put in the water tank. So first of all, we're gonna clean our water tank. So we're just gonna spritz it with some APC. Give it a nice cleaning. Let's get this bad boy in here. It's pretty light, to be honest. Okay, so we finally fastened in our pump configuration here, coming from the water tank to go into the pressure washer. And these are all brass fittings. We got our shutoff valve here, so we can unplug the pressure washer, obviously. This is our bucket filling hose that comes out. So we got our split, and then it comes in. We got our strainer, our pump, and then this braided hose here goes right into the pressure washer. So what we're gonna do is simply fasten in 4 screws into this wooden platform, which is gonna just help mount and keep the pump in place essentially. So we're just going to take these. And just make sure it's not on any strenuous place, just it's in its natural way it would just come down. And then we're going to fasten in our screws. Actually, we need a little extendo on here. So get that going. So I'll wait to fasten them all down until I have it all in place. So I'll kind of go in a crisscross here. Get it pushed in. Just like that. So these are rubberized feet, so you're not really going to be able to fasten them in like super tight. So just keep that in mind when you're getting them in. And then for this last one, that's as tight as we're going. And so now pressure, pretty much that includes everything that gets actually put into the truck. So we can take out everything besides the water tank, drain the water tank, and this thing's back to our normal daily driver. So that's the whole idea, right? With a beautiful hybrid kind of mobile detailing setup rather than a van. So now we're gonna just start filling up the vehicle, kind of talk you guys through what goes where and kind of the reasoning why. So, air compressor goes right here. Like that. Our vacuum just goes in just like this. So, gets tucked in just like that, or like this. So our generator sits on this right side here. I use it with the exhaust facing outwards because it's just a push start. You can just lean over and start it up with the battery. So. And then to lock it into place, we're just putting the wheels down the side like that so it's not rolling around and whatnot. And it's in there nice. Now, so I keep both of our hose reels on this removable piece of plywood here because one, our hybrid setup here, this is our mobile unit, but it's also my daily vehicle, so we can take it in and out as we please. And the second, more importantly, is with our 60-gallon water tank, it can only get about a vehicle, maybe a vehicle and a half, 2 if you're lucky. So in the event we run out of water, we can take this, and if our hose there doesn't reach from the customer's water source into the truck of the bed of the truck, sorry, and we'll need to take this out and bring it over to where the hose is, so that way where you don't get screwed over without water out of customer's house, and we're always able to just take this out and detail it, as well as detailing the rig itself. I don't want to have the tailgate down and these permanently in there to wash it. I'd rather take it out, have everything shut, wash it like a normal vehicle, right? So we have our air hose reel and our pressure washer reel and the Active 2.0 all just kind of sits on there as one little piece. It simply just goes like that, and just kind of place that there. We got our air hose lead line that will hook up when we need it. And that's that. So then our buckets just kind of go right here. We can easily fit ourselves in there with the seats all the way back. We don't got to have the seats forward. Everything fits snug. We're really utilizing the space, I think, as efficiently as we possibly can, which is very important. So other than that, we maybe throw a box of gloves in there, but typically this is how we show up to the customer's house. So we got everything we need. We got our own power, our own water, and it fits all with the tonneau cover closed. So it's beautiful and seamless and efficient. And I think it looks good. I think it looks a lot better than a van too. So yeah, I'll show you guys. You just get it closed up. I want to make sure anything's not poking into the top here. Sometimes the stuff in the wheel bucket will. We close it up. Simple as that. And then we're going to take our clutch, spritz it in there, and we'll grab our tire brush and work in the tire dressing while that clutch is sitting there marinating into those matte wheels. I see a lot of other people use just straight tire dressing as a tip actually on matte TRD wheels, and usually it looks pretty good too, but I really want to try out clutch on them, see how it looks. And so yeah, that looks pretty good. So we'll come back in after we do dress all 4 tires and spritz it, and then we'll come back and level off the wheels. And then I'll level off our rims here with just one of these fluffy creature, I think they're called, towels. And hopefully just work in that clutch. And it should make them look pretty snazzy. So I've just cleaned the tonneau cover, and I'm just going to grab some clutch and spritz it into my pearl applicator here and just work it into the bed here. And it's going to really help just protect it and give it that nice look. So just work it in. Reload if you need to. If we take a peek here, the truck looks gorgeous. We got Shine Supply clutch on the wheels, trim. We did the whole bed. We did the tonneau cover with it. It just looks gorgeous. And now we'll start on the inside here. So this is where we keep our pack out. So we keep miscellaneous crap in here. Clay bars, scrub pads, glasses, applicators. Then we got our brushes and swabs and garbage bags and Ziplocs. And then in this one, like vacuum attachments and other stuff like that. So we'll go around to the other side here. And in this side, we got our bottles here. So this is what we keep all of our chemicals in. And then we have our leaf blower, and then we have our microfiber towels. So we keep 2 of those Walmart hampers in there. One of them is for clean, and then one of them obviously for dirty. So now we can show you in here. So in the back here, obviously the bread and butter of the setup. You just open this up, check it out. We got our water tank in there in the back. It's a 60-gallon water tank. We got our generator right here. If you look in here, there's our pump. We got it all hooked up with brass fittings. We got our cutoff valve so we can turn it off and unplug the pressure washer. We got our drain hose here, our bucket filling hose. We got our buckets, compressor, air hose reel, pressure washer, our vacuum with our extension cords, rip clean, extractor attachment, and then just our regular vac hose. So we really have everything we need in this truck to absolutely dial in your vehicle with our mobile services. And yeah, I mean, this setup, I really did weigh out the differences between this and a van. And living in Northern Ontario, I really just couldn't get away from the fact that our winters are so bad, and it was just going to be necessary to have a truck in this climate. Simple as that. So, you know, if we were in California, some of you detailers out there, lucky enough, you don't got to go through the snow. But we need 4x4 up here in Northern Ontario, and this truck really gets the job done. The interior is gorgeous. I'll actually show you guys. So we did give it a little quick detail on the inside. So I do love this truck. I love the interior. Of course, we got our Shine Supply air freshener in there. You know, the thing is just dialed, and I'm just super excited to be starting out this spring 2025 season, and just pumping out videos for you guys on YouTube here, and really just trying to grow the brand on social media, and of course in our town here, and do more customers. And you know, we're really passionate, and I hope you guys can tell. So make sure you subscribe to this channel. We're going to be pumping out videos as much as we can, giving you guys the insights and the behind the scenes of, you know, running a detail business and what it takes and how we train our employees. And I think it's going to be a really valuable channel, and something where we just really get to express our creative sides. And yeah, I think it's just going to be a really great summer, and I'm really happy to, you know, bring you guys along for the journey with me. So check this out one last time here. We got our taco dialed in. This thing is looking mint. And yeah, so make sure to like the video, comment, and subscribe to our channel, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.